Alright, I guess I'm gonna do a vlog. Right now I'm going for my walk. Haven't been on one in a week, a little over, something like that. I've been doing my stationary bike. I've had a ton of stuff to do this last week besides work. And today I had to fill in for my mom. She had 3 doctor's appointments. A lot of y'all don't know. She's had to deal with cancer 2 years ago, and this last year, about 8 months ago, they found another spot in the same area she had got surgery done, but she got a clean bill of health, and she had to go back get her blood work done, and she's, I guess, borderline diabetic. So everything's looking good there today. I know I'm gonna have to fill in for tomorrow afternoon or morning. No. That was one of my friends. They must have got a new car. Used to have a cute little Camaro. Hadn't seen him in a little bit, but I was for me a ride. I wish I'd gotten walking earlier. It is cold. Hey guys, it's probably not the time to be in Florida unless you're from north. Or up north, I should say. My butt's tired. We got some cats that needs to be fixed, 3 of them. So gotta do that tomorrow. Supposed to be off this week. We're supposed to be. I don't mind helping once in a while, like filling in for somebody. But when you got a lot to do, to catch up, sometimes it's aggravating. You know, guys, I still feel weird doing YouTube videos, especially when people are around and not know what I'm doing. I get very self-conscious. I don't know if that's ever going to go away. I kind of need this walk more than just get physical exercise, which I need. It just helps calm me down when stuff happens and a lot going on, and I can think. I can pray about stuff, whatever I need to do. I just definitely had a situation happen at Costco's. I think I even put this on Facebook months ago. I want to say it again. It's up on here. I'm starting to not like Costco's. I know with thin people, but I don't see the big deal about Costco's. I regret getting membership. Well, my mom wanted a membership, but she added me on because I stay with her, and especially it'll be good, especially if we go separately. I can use the card and get stuff. Just not impressed how a lot of stuff is run. It seems like a lot of stuff is more expensive than other places, and I've been to Club Wise, and some of the how some of the workers are. For the most part, they've been nice and helpful, but it's the cashiers that had to deal with a really, really, I don't want to say irate, or rude, but basically they are. Some guy in a Penske truck was getting really mad at me. My mom had to move the car up. She had a surgery where they removed stuff. She says she can't lift like she used to. She's limited on movement, and she done hurt herself 2 weeks ago trying to pick stuff up. I'm on disability for a reason. Got a loose muscle disorder. Hypotonia is one of those weird things. It's like muscle dystrophy. If you know anything about that. And I got a hiatal hernia. And we do have cats, so naturally we're going to have to get stuff to take care of them. It includes kitty litter. You know, we've had someone help us get the kitty litter in our buggy, and we had to get help getting that out. I went and got the box off the top of it, which had like a couple pieces of clothes that, you know, I know I can lift. I could do the kitty litter. And this guy got very irate with me, and was roll down. I made a point, roll down the window, yell at me, gestured we move, because he had pulled up. I don't know if he was getting stuff at the time, but when I looked back, I had to put my box up. There was an old guy putting stuff in. He's going, "You need to move." He's just yelling and going on and carrying on and honking the horn, which, I mean, I probably shouldn't have done, me being a Christian. I was just tired and just not having a good day today, which didn't help. Not an excuse, but it didn't help. I just gave him death glare. I'm like, "Can you give me a minute?" I was just like, I said it loud enough where he can hear it. I was like, "Rude." And the guy's like, "Well, hey, that was helping us." He's like, "Could y'all move up just a minute, a little bit?" He wanted to pull up. He didn't even bother to pull up after he complained. And it was just like, really? I guess he figured I'm young, I'm fat, I probably need to work out, I can lift it, which is total BS. I'm doing good if I can lift up something 20 pounds. And this stuff, the kitty litter, was 40 something pounds. I know one time we got the thing, it was like 36 pounds. Another time it was like a 48 pound. I can't lift that stuff up. And granted, we probably shouldn't be having cats if we can't pick up the litter. It's just like the club had certain ones on sale, so you get what you can get. Switch on sale, and there's people at least willing to help pick up stuff. Like when we get home, what we do is cut the things open in the middle and just grab 2 at a time. That's a lot easier to do. And we got a little cart we can roll out there, put that stuff on there, and roll it to the house, to the front door. There's a step up, but we can at least roll it to the door and grab them like that. Maybe grab half of them off. That way we can both do it at the same time. You know, neither one of us could really afford to stay out on our own. So and like I said, she had the breast cancer, and me on disability. You know, there's certain things I could do job-wise. That's why I try to do stuff. I had to leave my job because of stuff like that I couldn't lift. And people get mad at me, and I had doctor's notes. And the people that hired me knew I was on disability. Were the first company, when another company took over, which I'm going to do. I keep saying it. I'm going to do videos on the cafeteria work and stuff like that. I'm trying to come up with, I don't want to say a script, but, an outline of points I want to talk about. And I know when I do Bible studies, all that, y'all catch me looking off on paper stuff. I'm doing good to remember a ton of stuff, or even part of that. So I have to have something to kind of guide me what I want to talk about and keep me on track. Because being a lunch lady, oh my gosh, after I do the videos, y'all know why we can be so mean back there. I don't say mean, but there's got some older ones that could be like that. So anyways, I know I had to leave that job. I took a few months off, which kind of worked out because I was able to help, my uncle last year. I had to go up there 3 times to go help him after he had his heart attack last January. And we finally got him into a nursing home. Thank God, because he was driving everybody crazy. I was like, you know what you need to do. You said you're going to do it. Then when it gets time to do it, you chicken out. And I just had to pray about it. I was getting so frustrated. And just felt like God dealt with me. It was like, no, just back off. He knows. Just let him. He's got to really, really want to do it. He'll do it on his own. And I was like, okay. Sometimes it's like, I hope that's from God. Sometimes that that's from God. There's sometimes it's like, I don't know. I was like, I'll pray about that just to make sure. So it's been interesting. He's doing a lot better. He looks a lot better. He's sitting up more taller. He's walking a little bit more. But hold on, I gotta pause this. Someone's calling me. Okay, I am back. I was about the cats. Apparently we're supposed to feed them. Let them eat as much as they can before 8 o'clock because they can't eat anything until afterwards. Until they get fixed. Oh, but dang. I don't want to show the address, but I was able to have some kind of money set aside to buy that. I didn't pay much for it, but I'm just glad for like friends that had cars that they were getting rid of. One car I did have, well, I'm going to share it, but I had to pay cash for it because my other car was just horrible. It kept breaking down. Y'all wouldn't believe that even the death stairs, I call it death stairs, but the stairs I got, because it stalled on me in the middle of the turning lane. And I mean, I had some people that were understanding. Like, there's always that one in a crowd or two that's got to give you the death glare and Alex, something's wrong with you. I was like really, I can't help it stalled. And it stalled while I was trying to teach my oldest nephew how to drive. So, yeah. I had to get a car to get around, and so then my mom had to get back and forth to work. I think I mentioned I do, part-time, but it's under the table. That's all I can do right now. it's less strenuous for it. Still get wore out kind of mentally, because I do have to deal with the lady with dementia. I'm wondering if it's getting into Alzheimer's. I keep wanting to call it old timers. I've always had issues like with pronouncing things the right way. So, but yeah, I had to get that off my chest and talk about the rude guy. And I'm like, oh, after that experience, I'm like, I hope not a lot of Costco customers are like that, or I would hope the workers are going to be like that too. And we first thought he was in a company car, because my mom was like, oh no, I'll call the company if I have to. You know, like, not be rude, but, or mean, or be Karen, but it's like, they kind of need to know how the workers are doing or acting while they're in a company vehicle. But it was in a Penske rental truck, so you don't know if it's someone that was rented the truck for moving stuff, or it was for a company. Because I know when I worked for Chartwells, there's been a few times it could be one of the companies coming in with our groceries. If their trucks broke down, I mean, the dry stuff's so good, use one of those rental trucks. I hope it wasn't somebody that was part of a business, because they should be ashamed of how they acted. I mean, they should be ashamed anyways. It wasn't necessary, and we really didn't have to move up. They had plenty of time, plenty of room behind us, or even around us, but they wanted to pull up more themselves, and they ended up not pulling up, so I don't really get that. All I gotta say is, he's gotta be from New York. Most New Yorkers I've noticed are rude. There's a difference between to the point kind of person and just plain rude. I figured that's common sense stuff. I mean, this guy was older, looked older than me. He had graying in the hair and the beard. I mean, I'm turning 39. About a month and a half, if that. I mean, this guy looked like he's maybe 50 something. I don't know, he's too old to be acting childish. It just seems like people not using their common sense anymore, and they're letting their emotions rule everything, instead of just sitting there using their head and like, wait a minute, I should not be acting that way. A lot of people's out. I hope they don't put on a neighborhood that I'm talking to myself. I'm not. Or I am and I'm not. So bad for them. I feel like that. Of course, I don't. Oh, yeah, so anyways, another reason why I had to get rid of my car, besides it kept stalling on us, it was some sensory things in the lights. Our backlight kept coming out, the brake lights, and I got some work done on my car one time at the dealership. They broke out my light, plate. Where my license plate is, they broke out the light, and so that wasn't even working. And I didn't know until I got home. And one side was still working, but apparently you needed both sides. But you still see it. We got pulled over one time because of that. We only got a warning, but I'm like, dang. I was like, they did that on purpose. I called up there, and they tried to deny it. Oh, that none of their workers will ever do that. I'm like, well, why is it? It wasn't like that until we left. Y'all, or we didn't notice it till after we left. We didn't do it. We were driving it. I even said, that's probably because they wanted us to come back and fix it. They get more money. I'm like, when I got that car, I was only making like between $6.60 and $7.25 an hour. I'm like, I had saved up for about 5 years to get that car and paid off on it another 5.5 years and have other bills. I'm like, I can't just keep coming back because you keep breaking stuff. So don't ever go to the Ford dealership in Orange Park, Florida, because they will gyp you for sure. And found out Keith Pearson Toyota is kind of doing the same thing on some things, not as bad as the Ford, but and it's sad because like we've taken stuff there with my brother's car right after he got an accident, to get some things fixed on it. I'm not saying Toyota is a bad company, but you gotta be careful with some of these dealerships, especially the ones that like to advertise all the time. I'm not saying every one of them that advertise on TV and radio are bad, but the majority of the time, you gotta watch out for them. So, but when you get a limited income and then you're only allowed to make so much per month, it's not fun. They don't want you to save no more than $2,000 or have that much as savings or checking at a time. And I was like, how am I supposed to save and get a good, decent car or anything else? And one thing, okay, this is be one of those things that is like, I'm gonna say what's on my mind and just, I plan on doing these on Wednesdays and I haven't done it really, but if you're looking at getting Social Security because you need it or you just got it, I think I'm definitely going to do a video on that. I just got to write it down so I can remember and take time to pinpoint some things, but I'm going to say this now and I'll probably repeat it. Be careful with how much you put in savings and checkings, that you have a way to put somebody aside in a different spot. And be careful that sometimes they'll send you large checks, then say, oh, we overpaid you, you have to owe that back. That's happened to me at least 3 times. I'm like, really? I was like, I could use this money. And that's what happened last time. That's how I got the money for that car. I was like, what? That's on y'all. Y'all the one that gave me this check. And y'all the one to turn around and say, I owe y'all back? Y'all want to take $300? I was like, I'll give y'all the whole money back. How do y'all get it? Y'all, they end up taking $300 a month. So how am I going to pay my bills and all that? But no. So it's just a mess, you know. And I was like, I really needed that money at the time because I needed a new car. So I'm having to, took me over 2 years to get one, but I was like, I'd rather pay cash for it, be done over with. I don't want to have to deal with payments. My credit's not the best because of, you know, medical stuff and people trying to, and I just owe so much out right now. You know, and people don't realize, even with working part-time, they don't want you to make so much an hour and make so much a month because they'll take that Social Security check. It doesn't matter how much you need it. They look at it, if you can work or do all that, you don't need it. And I made that mistake with because people kept quitting. Now I had to fire a couple people, and they asked me to stay later because you usually do 4 or 5 hours at the most. Doing the 8 hours, I could not do it physically. I hurt so bad. I'll come home in tears and barely able to move. But Social Security don't see all that. They think, oh, you can do those hours, then you don't need it. And so at least I tried. I was able to get my money back and all. I was like, look, basically I've lost my Social Security. I had to go back and get it. Hopefully I can get it back. It's like I cannot do 8-9 hours just standing and trying to lift stuff. And I'm not supposed to be lifting all that stuff. I hurt so bad. My hernia was hurting me. My hips were bothering me. Not to sound lazy, but when it hurt so bad, first thing I did getting home, besides change, was throw my nightgown and go lay down and take a whole bunch of Tylenol. I think I did 1,200 milligrams one day, and just to get through the work day. That was just to get through the work day. That wasn't including the rest of my day. It wasn't Tylenol, ibuprofen. But still, I already told them before I couldn't work all that. And I'll get more of that later where I could really talk at all. I have more time. But just, I'll be weird. Don't volunteer for any place. If I'm trying to get it. So they even, they never told me that when I got mine. But I was in high school when I got it. I was just about to graduate with a year or two. And, so, but so many other things going on physically. And I think I was in school still. I think that's what helped me get it. My brother's been in several severe accidents, and he's got a lot of physical issues concerning those things. His back, and especially he's broke his arm and his wrist, and he had severe concussion. He got knocked down. What else happened? That was a lot, but so he's had to deal with those, and it kicked off his PTSD, and so he's got a lot of not just physical but mental issues, and he already has some issues there. I'm not trying to down him any, He's just kind of, I don't know how the polite way of saying it, but he was off his rocker a little bit. Because he's so young, but at an age where he can work and didn't have 40 quarters in, he's had a hard time getting it. And we've been fighting this for 5 or 6 years plus. And his doctor is like, he needs to get it. There's no way he shouldn't get it. And he's like, he needs his car. He needs to be able to get out and do stuff. So he's not sitting home and getting his anxiety issues worse and getting other things worse. So, yeah, y'all just be careful with what they even told him, the attorney. It's really good that we got this one so many cases for our family, not just with Social Security, but with other things. You know, when I was in 8th grade, we used them because I was in a bus accident, and we were able to win. We used them for my case, other cases, and I won, and we used them ever since. So, yeah, both the attorney and his doctor was like, whatever you do, please don't, even go volunteering. Because they pretty much say, hey, if you can do that, you can work. And we're trying to get him his Social Security first, so he has something, and he can look for something part-time. Maybe work a couple days a week, maybe a few hours here and there, just to get him out the house, because they're doing some good and meeting some people. Yeah, because most of his friends are married, have kids, they work full time. Oh, I start coughing. Tell me it's really cold. I've been out here for a while, and I got allergies really bad. But that's advice I can give y'all. It was just randomness. But I'll probably do start walking in different parts of the neighborhood and do these walk with me videos, and hopefully do some Bible study videos. I just haven't had a whole lot of time to do those things, as everything's been crazy. My phone was acting up. I just got this phone not too long ago, and I'm like, gosh, should I even do this? So I wanted to just help people and just kind of have fun with it. And last night, yesterday, I felt a confirmation that this is something I should be doing. Over time, I'll probably improve. But now it's just, I guess, once I start doing more of these, it'll be better. And we're hoping I can put enough money aside. I don't care if it's like $15 a month or $5, $10, whatever. And be able to pay off some debt and have some money so I can just pay for payments for a car and let my mom have that car to get back and forth to work, because I know it'll help her, and I can go do my own thing and all. Ooh, my wrist is, I did 10,000 steps. Yay. Got one of those part of my Christmas present. Yeah, someone gave me money to get it, to replace my old one that broke. want to go down this street one day too. Hopefully I'm not doing too bad with the camera work. So right now I'm going to do what I can with videos, and when I do get my card, and when I have to fill in, I can at least go there when I need over to where my work works, and I go help. Place I go there when the time I'm supposed to be there, and be able to leave afterwards. I don't have to stay there all day. And I was like, sometimes maybe sit there and do a little bit of work, but watching a 94-year-old that's got dementia and Alzheimer's, and it's no joke. I was telling somebody, it's like 5 toddlers wrapped in one. Oh, I'm getting badass reflex. I should not have had a slice of pizza. I haven't had one in a long time. I say a long time, a while. And I had one from Costco's. I didn't really want one. And last time I had one, it wasn't really what I wanted. Someone bought me a pepperoni. I was with them. But I was like, just bought me whatever. I'm like, I'm not really crazy about pepperoni. I mean, I ate it anyways, but I'm like, hey, I don't know how, I wasn't sure if I should have approached it or not, but I was like, trying to be nice as I could. I was like, hey, I really don't like pepperoni, but I'll eat it since you got it. I'm like, geez, I just don't like the taste of it, and I think it's because I grew up on it, but I'm tired of it. And it was one of those things, I'm just not really like, keep eating. But yeah, it's not often that I do something like that, And if I don't like it, I'm like, in my mind, like, oh my gosh, I can't stand this stuff. It'll be nice. Now, if it's something, I don't want to say thank you. Now, if it's something I'm allergic to, then I'm like, oh no, I can't have that. But thank you, though. I'm allergic. Which, another thing that's been going on. I went up to get prayed for because our assistant pastor had talked about food allergies. It was, I guess, kind of tied in with the sermon, but he wanted to pray for those that had food allergies. So went up there and prayed. I got prayed for because I'm allergic to avocados and bananas, and like even with bananas, I couldn't even touch them without getting broke out, and I was getting violently sick. Like I would start feeling weird, and my stomach felt like I'm being stabbed all over the stomach, with tiny little needles at one time, like hundreds of them. And I started feeling sick, and I started throwing up left and right. And last time my throat was starting to feel funny, like it didn't close, but almost like it wanted to. After that, I was like, oh hey, no. Then I did that with the avocados. I can eat the guacamole. I can't. Started getting sick, and one time for my birthday, one of my friends, who happened to be one of my old co-workers from the kitchen, got one of this, it's called Dynamite Sushi, and it's cooked. I didn't realize it had avocados in it, and she didn't think about it. She's like, Kim, you want to try one of these? I was like, I'll try a piece. And I took the small piece. They got it in. But I was towards it, about 15 minutes later, I'm like, ooh, I don't feel too good. Something don't feel right. But I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just pray over it. Move on. By the next morning, stuff wouldn't come out both ends. I was like, I couldn't do nothing, and I just had to stay by the bathroom the whole day. And our church was doing something that Saturday, and I couldn't even do it. And it sucks. So, but yeah, I asked her, I was like, hey, did that stuff have avocados in it or anything like that? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to have them. But she felt bad. She, after I know that, thought about it, I said, no. That's no, it's okay. It's like it's an accident. You know, one that ate it, but so I had to be careful with that. But I got prayed for. I had the cookie with some avocado oil. I think it was Tuesday. Then it was. No, it was on a Wednesday. I did feel kind of after that, but not as bad as I did last time I had it. Excuse me. And then Saturday I had a small slice of banana nut bread, and I was able to eat that with no issue. So I could fully eat probably. I don't know if I want to eat a whole banana next, but I want to try at least a piece or two, just see and test it out. You know, you gotta use some wisdom there too. But God also says test and try it. You know, in different ways. Like, you gotta have the faith and believe it. God, oh yeah, that's why I'm testing it. And I want to believe God that He's completely healed me. Well, the scripture I was trying to say is about tithing and offering. I like tithing, but yeah, so I'm gonna try different things and see. I've tried the stuff with that's mixed in with it, because even when I had stuff mixed in with it, I'll still get sick. So I'll definitely see. Oh, this video is going very long, so sorry guys for a long video. I usually do my walks. Try to do it for an hour. Probably the next few videos I do for walking, the walk with me, talk with me kind of videos. I probably won't do them too long. I know a lot of this seems to repeat. Trying to think what else is going on. Yeah, so I was thinking I was saying something earlier about doing stuff. Oh yeah, even for doing stuff with videos or some other stuff I had to take care of, paying bills or whatever. It's very hard to do when you're sitting with the lady. It's just like she's into everything, and she's got to have attention right then and there when she wants it. And I mean, sometimes you can't because you're having to do her dishes, or change her bedding, or run to the bathroom. And sometimes you tell her something, and sometimes I wonder if she does it on purpose because she knows she can do it, or feels like she can do it. There's times I'm like, wait a minute, no, something ain't right about that. She's doing that on purpose. I mean, once you get to know, where's the stick? Someone pretty good, you kind of get checked about stuff if they do something a certain way. You know, it's something different. Or whatever. Can't think of the right word. But, like, I'll tell her, hey, I gotta go potty or TT or whatever she uses. They're saying, hey, you know, I'll be away. I'll be in the bathroom. I'm coming right back, you know. I'm not leaving you. Because sometimes she's like, where are you going? You coming back? Like, yeah. There's been a few times I'm like, I'll call them. I was like, hey, I'm going to go TT real quick. She uses that a lot. Or the bathroom. So I'll be right back. And she'll wait till I get in the bathroom and sit on the toilet. She'll go around her room, which is near the bathroom, and start banging on stuff and yelling and clapping her hands and like, I need help, come here, or something like that. Or, she does that a lot too, so it does get draining, and then you get tired. You're having to get up early in the morning, and it's like, oh, it's like even if you're single, no kids, you know, certain things will wear you out, and you're tired, and it's like you don't want to deal with other stuff, depending on the job and all that, you know, what you got going on before and after work, and you know, stuff like that makes a difference. Yeah. So, yeah. She's interesting. Sometimes she aggravates you, but it's like, you know what? I gotta have the right heart. Keep having the right heart about it. Don't let her get to you, because she doesn't get it. She can't think the way we would normally think, you know, or process things. It's like she's got in mind as a toddler, except she cusses. She's old enough to cuss. It's just trying to find things to do with her. It's like she don't really see me as an authoritative figure or someone that's trying to help her, but I'm the youngest one that helps her. And so I get more, I don't want that, I don't want to do that. I'm like, what do you want to do then? And it's just, I can get some things to do with her, but not a lot. Now with the nurses that used to come in, and like my mom, she's more prone to listen to them than me, because I guess their age and they wear scrubs, and you know, she'll listen to her kids. But I know she likes me. I mean, there's times like she'll ask me if I'm, you know, staying there, and I don't like lying, but there's some I've noticed that if I say no, then she won't go to bed, and she'll stay up, and there's times like you can tell she's exhausted and want to go to sleep, but she don't want to do it. But if I tell her, yeah, I'm staying the night, I'll be here for a little bit, she's okay with that, and she goes on to bed. Not too, you know, soon after. But I think it gives her more comfort knowing that somebody's there and that she's not going to be out by herself. So she said it to me and to some other people that she doesn't like being by herself. You know? And it's kind of funny, like, I think she's used to me repeating, you know, have a good night, or good night, see you in the morning, or see you tomorrow, or whatever. And she caught me on one night last week. She's like, she waited till I got to the hallway and to turn off her light. She's like, hey, you didn't tell me good night. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I gotta tell you good night now. And she laughed. So I took good night and all. She wants to steal my shoes, so I messed with her. I was like, well, I guess I have to sleep with one eye open, because you might take them, you know. And she gets the biggest kick out of that, starts laughing. So, I mean, the only thing I could really get her to do is to listen to some history videos, some science stuff, or some stuff similar to that. She likes listening to them. Sometimes she'll pick up my phone and watch it. So, but she'll let me know if she doesn't want her on. She's like, change the channel, turn it off, or something like that. Yeah, she's used both of them. But I think she's kind of having a hard time because she's bored. She doesn't want to stay there. So she's getting into more stuff. And we can't take her out anywhere. You know, her driveway's so uneven. Wish they get that fixed for her. Because it'd be nice to even take her somewhere. But with her being in a wheelchair now, I'm scared I'm going to fall in that driveway trying to pull her out. I'm already clumsy as it is. So, yeah. So it's a lot I have to do. It's not just me, but all of us has to do a lot with her right now. She will wear you out. So, I want to talk more about that. Another video, more that like what to expect with people that are like that, you know, dementia. They're very different. They all act and do differently most of the time, but there's a lot of similarities too. But I'm home. I'm going to go in. I gotta pee and I can't move. How it goes. I've got a friend over now because I want to see what they're doing. Y'all please excuse any containers you see. We're going to be having a yard sale next couple weeks. We've cleaned out our house and we've had several family members that's died. We inherited a ton of stuff. So all that's done but clothes. I'll see you guys later. Oh yeah, I can't see, but I did a garden. Some of it's growing up. I did tomatoes, rutabagas, and rhubarb, whatever they call, and sweet peppers. So it's in the dark, so I probably can't really see much of it. And I got poinsettia there, more yard sale stuff. But I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good night, or whatever time it is you're watching this. Sorry, I talked y'all's ears off, and hopefully I won't mumble too much. And thank you for walking with me.